Welcome everybody to Corsairathletics.com as we get set for the fall seasons in 2016. Today we take a look at the women's soccer team. I'm joined by women's soccer head coach Kate Thomas into her second season now as the Corsairs look to make a run in the Little East Conference here this fall. Welcome back, Coach. Good to have you here in studio, and you're off to a quick start. Couple games under your belt already. How are things looking through the opening week?
Very well. I think that we have a good balance of seniority and some youth that are part of the program now. So two games in, we split. Definitely learned a lot about what we need to work on, and definitely saw a lot of great things from both of those groups. You know, the newcomers and the senior group that I have.
So into your second year after a 500 year last year, 7-7-2, we're able to get a home game in the conference tournament a year ago. But I mean, something you certainly know is there are some sports where it's easier to get good quick than others. Soccer is a difficult sport to get good quick in because everybody's got a program, everybody's been at it for a while. So what are the things that you focused on in trying to get the foundation laid here in these first couple of years?
I think it's a great balance between, talent and numbers. You know, I'm graduating 8 seniors this year. They're seniors that have been integral into the growth of the program. So, there's going to leave a big void for us. And so we have got to look to, bring in some good recruiting numbers to, buffer us in the spring. And then, again, focus on increasing the quality year after year. You know, we've got a couple incoming seniors for 2017 that have already committed to us. So I think things are looking well for the future. And then this year we should definitely have some stiff competition for playing positions. So I think that's just how you build a program, in Division III women's soccer.
You've certainly got some of that this year as well, as we saw you go pretty deep with what you had last year, using a lot of your personnel off the bench at all the various positions. So start where everybody wants to start, in goal. What's the situation this year, and who are we going to see between the pipes this year?
So, I couldn't be more pleased. Maddie Boucher did a lot of work this summer. She played in a summer league, and she just really focused on gaining more confidence, working more with her hands and feet, her communication. She's like a whole new goalkeeper that came back to the field for us this year. So I'm so excited to see what her potential is going to be for the year. And then joining her was Becca Field, who filled in last year for a big game against Keene State when we upset them in the regular season. And Becca, plays softball for the Corsairs. She's a natural, outfielder. She's got great high vision. She reads the game really, really well, and she's a former field player, so she's great with her feet as well. She's also put a lot of work in over the summer. And then rounding out the three, we have a girl, Corrine Miguel, who's a local girl from New Bedford, who really brings a different type of aggressiveness and flavor to the net. So, having 3 goalkeepers definitely keeps our options open. It helps them work out more with each other and push each other. So it's nice to have some depth finally at that position as well.
Another thing that's great to have is speed, and I noticed that your team had more of that than in the last couple of years prior, and I see 2 of those big reasons why are back in Lucy Jensen and Talia D'Ambruzzo that seemed to do everything for you last year. So what is it that makes those players special, and what can we look forward to from them this season?
Lucy, I think will have an awesome year this year. She was suffering from some injuries that we didn't diagnose until after the season, that she had compartment syndrome, so she had surgery on that in the spring and has done a great job recovering and taking care of her body. So hopefully as the season goes on, we can get more minutes from her. She's still coming back from that injury and getting used to being that fast again, and doing her job and her role on the team. Talia, we missed her in the spring. She was studying abroad, so she had a great opportunity there. But, we were missing a little bit of that leadership and talent in the spring, so it's great to have her back. And I think she's as focused as I've ever seen her in preparing for the season. So really excited to see what she's got for us.
And then on the defensive side of things, I see you've got Becca Hammond back again as a senior, and she was an anchor for that defensive unit last year. And who else are you going to look at as players that can be quality defenders for you this year?
Erica is definitely back. She's again, stronger than ever. She's very focused. The first game that we had against Mount Holyoke, I kept asking her if she was okay because I thought she was worried about something, but she was so laser focused that she was just ready to go. I think that she definitely feels that it's her senior year and she really wants to go out, on top. Joining her in the back line, we've got a senior, Sarah Pacheco, who plays right back for us, and she's too came in fantastic condition, as did the entire team. It's great when you have a preseason where the players arrive in condition so we can get to the soccer and the building the team and the play makes and all the things that we have to work on. We don't have to run and work on fitness. They came prepared this year. So Sarah was definitely one of those top finishers in the fitness tests. And then joining them in the back line, we've got Alyssa Martins, a junior from Ludlow, Massachusetts, who's also one of our 4 captains this year, who has come in just a really good condition, played soccer all summer, so she's ready to go. And then sophomore, second team LEC defense woman, Kayla Licano, who came in. She's, again, solid and ready to go. She's definitely adding some depth back there, and we have some other new players that can definitely push for positions, and we can fill in as people need breaks and things like that.
And so then when you get into your schedule, you've got the non-conference portion supposed to get you ready for when you get into league play, and we'll get to league play in a second, as that's always a tall task, but you've got a couple weeks here before you start getting into the ones that count toward the conference standing. So when you take a look at the opponents that you've put together for this year, what do you like about them that's going to get you ready to face the usual suspects?
I mean, I think that was an important part when I inherited the schedule last year when I took over for the previous coach. We were low on number of games. We were low, I thought, on some of the quality. When you have a tough conference that has East Con and Keene and West Con in it, you've got to look at your strength of schedule so you can get your rankings, so your kids are looking at awards and things like that. So it was really important for me to kind of bolster that and look outside. Some more of NUMAC teams. So we played Mount Holyoke this weekend. We've got Smith later in the schedule, as well as Springfield. And then, we have played Wentworth. We got some Commonwealth Coast teams in there. So it's just really important for me that the level of play that we're going up against is increased, because if we got to be prepared for an East Con or a West Con. So you've got to increase that level. And then we also have those regional foes that we love competing against, like LaSalle, Salve Regina. We've got Johnson and Wales coming up. So it's always important to have that local competition. So for me, it's great. You get to see some of the kids that you recruited that you didn't get, and then beating them makes it even sweeter. But it's a really great region to be a coach in. After coaching outside of New England for some time, the competition level here and the choices here are very great. So you can really make a fantastic schedule, and it's important for the players to feel challenged throughout the schedule. I think it's so important to have a good high-level balanced schedule.
And you can do it without having to go too far from home, which has really got to help with the academic schedules early in the year.
Absolutely, and I think that's the most important part for my team. We had the top GPA on campus as a team last year, an overall cum of 3.52 amongst 25 young ladies. That's really impressive, and it's obviously very important to them that they achieve in the classroom. So, I've got nurses, I've got biomedical engineering majors, I've got, some other types of engineering and pre-law and things like that. And so these girls take their commitments so seriously on the field and off the field that it's important for me that I can do my best to help them be the best students first and the best athletes second. So I think that having that good regional schedule and scheduling intelligently so they're not missing classes and labs continuously and things like that is so important to this job.
And then once you do get through that non-conference portion, you'll be back playing all the usual troublemakers that you were playing a year ago. Keene State, you mentioned Eastern, Western, UMass Boston's also been very good at women's soccer lately. Teams seemed to handle the conference slate pretty well last year. They were up to the level of the competition, didn't always win every game out, but what are those things that you're going to try to get instilled with your team with the time that you have to make sure that they're ready when it really steps up?
I think it's just so important that, they play as a team, whether you're the 15th person and you're coming off the bench or you're a starter, that you're really important to the team and you're really important to our overall mission of, winning in the conference and being competitive in all our games. And so we're just trying to get some balance and I want to say discipline instilled in them as players, and everybody buying into that mission. I think it's a really important task. These long-established programs that have had consistent coaching for a long time, they're able to set a great foundation. So that's something that I'm striving to do, and I believe that these 8 seniors have done a great job of laying a good foundation. I want to pick up from where they're leaving off and really take this program to some different levels. We open up with East Con on September 17th at 5 o'clock, and that's a big one for us to open up with the top team in the preseason poll. So we're really trying to every game gain momentum and cross off the little problems that we're trying to figure out in little niggly things that we have to fix in preparation for that game. So, we're really just trying to focus on our speed, staying disciplined in the back, moving as a unit. Again, and every single time we step on that turf, every time we play, they gain more confidence and they're getting more prepared for that situation. So.
All right, Coach, thanks for stopping by, and good luck here in 2016.
All right, thanks.
That's Kate Thomas, head coach of the UMass Dartmouth women's soccer team. They will be on the field at Cressy Field throughout the season, and for more information, be sure to stay here on Corsairathletics.com.